The Geneva Lakes area real estate market is back in a seller's market again, but this time with a twist. So February brought fewer listings. Not a surprise, it's cold outside. But in Walworth County, that dropped the months of inventory to 2.82. The difference, though, is we're not seeing the same urgency. That's really the hallmark of a seller's market. In Lake Geneva, it's less so because the months of inventory is at 3.4%, which is closer to a balanced market. So what does this mean? Sellers, you still have the upper hand, but you're going to want to make sure it's priced right out the gate because you don't want to chase the market down with price reductions or have your home sit for long periods on the market the way they are now, which we'll show you in a bit. Buyers, you have fewer options, so get pre-approved, see the homes as soon as it becomes available, and be ready to make a strong offer. Last month, we saw stronger sales to list price ratio. The sales to list price ratio tells you how close a home sold to the actual list or asking price. It's holding strong in Walworth County at 96.9%, but slipping in Lake Geneva at 92.7%. Another way to look at this is that while it's improving, homes in Lake Geneva on average are selling 8% below the list price because sellers often start too high and end up having to cut prices to close a deal. So what does this mean for sellers? It's critical that you price your home correctly out the gate. You don't want to chase the market down. Buyers, watch for home price reductions, especially if it's been on the market for some time now. You might be able to snag a deal. However, home prices are still holding strong, and you'll likely see it rise as the spring market hits. All right, days on market. This tells us how strong buyer demand is. And in Walworth County and in Lake Geneva, buyer demand is down, which is why the days on market is up. Not really a big deal because this is almost where it was in March of last year until April when the spring market hit. In Walworth County, the average days on market is 69.7. In Lake Geneva, it's 118 days. It's a lot. But also remember there were only about 12 sales in Lake Geneva last month, so the numbers might be a bit skewed. These numbers will likely drop as soon as the spring market hits. The wild card, though, is the sentiment of the current economy. Right now, the S&P and the Dow have been down since about mid to early February, respectively, and that's really a direct reflection of investor uncertainty in our market at the macro level. So we'll see if this carries over into the real estate market. Okay, so what does this mean? For sellers, if your home has been sitting on the market for longer than 70 days, something is going wrong. Either it's overpriced, it needs work, or both. For buyers, the longer a home sits, the more negotiating power you likely have, especially in the luxury market. The exception to that is those sellers that have really dug their heels in because they want to sell, but they don't need to sell and they want to get a certain price out of their investment. All right, let's talk about median prices. In Walworth County, the median prices of homes sold is $370,000. The median price of active listings, $315,000. In Lake Geneva, the median sold price is about $560,000, and the median active listing price is about $650,000. So what's going on? Market polarization. What that means is there's a high demand for lower to mid-price homes, but the upper to mid-price and high-end luxury homes are more readily available and creating this gap. So what does this mean? For sellers, especially if you're in the higher price range, make sure it stands out with great presentation and great pricing out the gate. Buyers, if you're looking in the affordable to mid-price range, be ready to move fast. But if you're eyeing the luxury market, you might find some room to negotiate, especially if the home has been sitting on the market for a while. But keep in mind, most luxury home sellers, they don't have to sell, they want to sell. So where's the sweet spot of where the homes are in the most demand? In Walworth County, it's between $250,000 and $650,000. In Lake Geneva, it's between $300,000 and $650,000. So what does this mean? Sellers, if your home is in this price range, you're pretty much golden. Make sure, again, it's priced right, and you want to make sure you do some decluttering, some deep cleaning, and do some minor cosmetic work so that it stands out. For buyers, buyers. Homes in these price ranges are highly competitive, so get pre-approved and be ready to make a strong offer. Whether you're looking to buy or sell in the Geneva Lakes area, we can help you with that. Whether that's getting you a price valuation for your home or helping you find the best deals. Make your next move legendary, and thanks for stopping by. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. All right. All right. All right. Let's talk about median prices.